All right, let's continue our football run up and step over to yard ballers. And one start off with Khadija Bonisha and Man City Junior. Women's Super League. It looked like it's almost there, Junior. But Man City ladies defeated Liverpool 1-0. Was getting a bit nervous there. A goal in the late the dying moments of the football game. Kanak scored to help Man City ladies. They only need a point in the game, in the final match day game against West Ham to book their place. Secure their first Superliga title in 10 years. Junior. Bunny Shaw, of course, still leading the Golden Boot, but the emotions today during that game against Liverpool, it was a hard fought game, and they secured those 3 points.
I think everybody watching it, everybody, because globally, we know. I'm not talking from Bonnie Shaw perspective only. Other than Chelsea fans, everybody out there know that Man City win the title. Like this is Man City's title, right? It's done. Only Chelsea fans alone, like there's a chance, and we're not giving up on hope, and we're trying, right? And
Well,
we
it
know
was
it's a
Arsenal
great.
fans because Arsenal does have quite a few games in hand.
Well, Arsenal, yeah, Arsenal have what, 5 games? Well, no, not five, three
No, I think they
games,
have 4 games or so.
3 games, three
It's
games.
3 games. Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah, 3 games. Yeah.
so our Arsenal, think about Chelsea, Arsenal. Sorry, come on, but there is a vibe there that Man City deserve this title right now, and it feels like as you get closer, they get nervous. And the day that I'm talking about is not the players, it's the people that are invested in the season. Not with nothing, no dogs in the fight. It's just enjoying what a good season it could be. And we as humans are like tragedy. We like tragedy. And when we're watching this tragic thing that could possibly happen, where Man City can lose at the death, it's suspense and we have that kind of vibe and everything just feel nervous coming in. So that's what make it just culminate this way. But when you look at it at the end of the season, the best team will have won the title, which is Man City. So congrats to them from now because I'm not playing. I'm gonna have a dog in the fight. So I'm not as nervous as everybody else. So I'm congratulating them right now. Congrats, Man City, to take care of the business next week and lift the title.
BM says Arsenal has to win their next 4 games and hope that Man City lose.
Yeah.
The Arsenal's schedule is like they play Brighton on Wednesday, then they travel to Aston Villa on Saturday, May 9th. They play Brighton on Wednesday, May 6th. They host Everton on Wednesday, May 13th, and they wrap up the Super League against Liverpool, traveling to Liverpool on May 16th. What I saw from Liverpool today, it's not guaranteed that Arsenal is gonna just win those games, beat a Liverpool at the end of the day. Liverpool ladies is a competitive outfit, very very competitive outfit.
And a proud
Um,
outfit.
yeah, yeah,
And a proud outfit.
yeah, it's a proud outfit. Chantelle Swaby and Leicester City on the other side. This is Yard Baller's report, by the way. Chantelle Swaby and Leicester City on the other side is on the verge. Yeah, getting well, I'm already relegated to Moscow.
Yeah, no, I'm gone.
Yeah. I mean, Chantelle Swaby did do her endeavor best, though. Big up me defender. Big up yourself.
To look good for another squad next year.
I mean, hey, look, sometimes you just have to fall down and you get back up. She did play the entire game today. 3-1 defeat against the big side, Chelsea. Also, it's great to see Sam Kerr back on the field for Chelsea. Absolutely brilliant for women's football and for football, period. Sam Kerr, one of the generals in this business. Big up yourself. Good to see her back on the field. Um,
Yeah.
but equally as important, we'll get to Vanish's contract here in a few minutes. but equally as important, even though Chantelle Swaby got relegated, or and Leicester City got relegated, sister Alison Swaby and Crystal Palace, they were relegated last year. They will be back next season after being promoted to the Women's Super League. You know, they were down to Women's Super League 2, and Chantelle Swaby and Crystal Palace will be back to Women's Super League next year. So big up yourself, Alison Swaby, not Chantelle Swaby. The
Well,
Anfield girl.
Maybe Chantel can join the team next year.
Yeah, Crystal Palace and Alison Swaby back in the Super League next year. You know, and of course Jamaica's Shania Hills down at Newcastle, not looking great, but I say go. Big up yourself, Shania Hills. Uh, let's head over to this contract talk. We had a question here regarding Bunny Shaw's contract. Jennifer, big up yourself, Jennifer. Jenny sent a question over regarding Bunny's contract. Junior, in an article dated April 24th in the Athletic, it's official according to Megan Ferriga, Charlotte Harpour, and Ceres Jones. Chelsea have made an offer of close to £1 million per year for Man City's Bunny Shaw Jr.
Yeah. Um, I this Bunny Shaw thing.
No, before you break, it's highly. So the Guardian reported a few weeks ago that Man City talks were progressing well with Man City, and it I'll find the reporter, it said that talks were progressing well, and they were expecting Bunny Shaw to re-sign with the club. They're very positive that they will get her to ink a new deal. But Chelsea has entered the chat. NWSL apparently also is involved too. NWSL has made a check to see if she's interested. Best woman striker in the world, Junior.
Yeah. And I have to think about my answer because, for one, I'll cut this out and put it as a shot tomorrow. So I have to be careful what I say. I don't want to piss off certain entities out there. Anyway, um, admittedly, I have to talk about women football through a different lens. And I have to talk about athletes, female athletes through a different lens. The prime age of a female footballer is different than the prime age of a male footballer. So all of these things has to be considered when we talk about contract or we talk about commitment to a player, because Bunny Shaw is 29 years old. If she was male and an up that she has right now, we're talking about somebody going to Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, somebody going for top dollar, right? No, he's 29 years old. He's 30 years old. That number, that is the equivalent to 33, 34, 32 for men. Where he's right on the cusp of, we expect it to start trekking downhill, so we can't invest as much money in you. I would look at it that way and give Man City the pass for making this season play out the way it did. Because what I see happen at Manchester City this year is equivalent to what NFL teams do to their young players, or what NFL teams do to their players. In the contract year, them say, prove it. Prove it. Prove that you're worth the big money, right? And we will take the risk. If you have a stellar year, they will come and talk to you and say, "Yo, see the money here," and then you make a decision. If you don't have a stellar year, then we dodge a bullet. And that's the vibe I get from Man City. And I have to look back and I have to take off the Jamaican glasses now and look at it through the football glasses. football, pure world football glasses and think, didn't Bunny Shaw do enough prior to this season to where Man City don't have to get to this part with her? Shouldn't why does Man City needed Bunny Shaw to prove that she's the best striker in the world for people to now have this conversation of maybe she can go to Chelsea? Why? Why would Man City, the piece, one of the intricate pieces that you about to win the women's title in over a decade, one of the most intricate pieces you can lose for free. Something not right with this. Something is not right. Something not right.
So Bonisha did improve this year in some aspects of her game. I mean, we all are trying to improve, and I will say that, of course, she will win the Golden Boot this year. She's this is, I mean, Bonisha's records, multiple records. I mean, she's fastest hat trick in the Women's Super League, the most hat tricks. She's won the Golden Boot twice. So the numbers really rings out. I mean, very stellar numbers. One of the things about Bonisha has been the women's game is growing, and so you're going to get more high end contracts now. As the game grows. But one of the things about her is that link up play, right? Being able to connect the wide players from Man City, being able to drop back and just link up the play. And she's done an outstanding job in that regard this year. And I think because of that growth is why they're where they are now in the position to become a champion. Um, but with all that being said, £1 million per year for a woman footballer is still it's still a high ask because not a lot of the top end ballers get it, right? We saw here with Trinity Rodman in the NWSL, they had to do a special carve out. She's getting what, 1.4 million pounds or something like that, per year, right? And they have to create a
Right.
special rule. So this
Right.
this £1 million per year in women's football is uncharted territory. So not a lot of teams are handing out this sort of money. So I think from Man City, and they do have a lot of high end ballers in that club. They have the Brazilian Caroline, they have Mary Fowler, they have the sign Miedemar. I would have to look at Man City's books and say, how much can they give a Bonisha, right? Now, BM says at least £2 to £3 million per year Bonnie should get. She deserves that, but I don't think she's going to get that. And case in point, this is why Chelsea is saying now, look, maybe we can tempt her with a Bonisha. Maybe we can tempt her because this £1 million per year, I don't necessarily think Man City can match this or really better it significantly because of the other players that they have on the books. They have the Japanese players, Yagasawa, is it Yagasawa? They have a Japanese player that they also signed. So they have a lot of high end players on that books. And yes, Chelsea has high end players, so, but they have moved off some of those high end players, and they expect Sam Kerr to move off this year. They expect the Colombian number 9 Ramirez, Maria Ramirez, to move off their books this year. So Chelsea is saying basically, I have money to lure you away from this team because I Chelsea, as in this football club Chelsea, can probably make the best offer you can get in the Super League. So I think this is where they're leveraging their point. Now, reports are that Bonisha loves the culture of Man City. She likes the club. And it's a decision between her and her agent and her family. But Man City have to up the money, and at least I would think match Chelsea offer at least, and even probably better it. That's what I would think because there's no way Man City can just win the Women's Super League and allow your biggest asset to go to a rival, the same rival that has been butter bruising you every year, the same rival that probably you'll just lose the league this year. that you just won the league this year because that rival has suffered major injuries. Surely you cannot allow this to happen. And if Man City allows this to happen, that means that they are not serious about this women's football thing, in my opinion.
I agree. Or there is some external factors to where priorities goes towards players. It's possible. And I was kind of leaning towards that earlier. It's possible. It's possible. Bodisha is Jamaican. She's not Brazilian. She's not American. She's not Chinese. And I'm calling the big world power team. She's not French. So there's not a marketing side to her, which it is what it is. I mean, look, it is what it is. We're talking business now. We're not talking emotion. We're talking business. It is what it is. Um, Players have marketability that adds to their value, and I don't know what Man City judge Khadija Shah's marketability as, because she been, and we're not in the market. We're not in the target market for a company that would use a Bunny Shah. But I'm curious to know, for all the female world footballers, where does Bunny Shaw fall in the marketing realm? Where does Bunny Shaw fall in the marketing aspect of it? Right now in America, anything that is football related, Messi. Globally, are over in the Eastern Hemisphere, anything football related more likely falls to Cristiano Ronaldo in the Asian market, probably Yamal Mbappe in the European market, right? Where does Bunny Shaw fall as a female footballer for consumer marketing? And maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe because I have the same question. I have the same question you asked that I have. Oh, what would make Man City make such a prime asset leave at this stage of our career?
Yeah, but we're
And it's not a joke. It's not a joke. I'm not. It's not a joke. I'm not going to say it. Don't tell you what I was going to say off here. I was going to tell you what I was going to say, and you're going to see how much of a bullet we dodge. I'm not going to say
I was just
it.
about to pull up. Those are the views of Junior and not BCN Sports. Um,
I'm not going to say it because I could ask a question that could be angled in so many negative ways that if that wasn't my intention. You know what? I'm going to ask it.
yeah, go ahead. Ask a question. It's
We don't like, you know what? Let me curate a question a different way. We say in basketball, the WNBA, Aja Wilson is the best female basketball player, right?
yes.
She there with Bam Adebayo right now. At any moment now, Bam will breed her, Any moment now, Bam will
Well,
breed her.
it's a natural thing, but you can't mash up the money, brother.
Any moment now, Bam is going to breed Aja Wilson. I thought you breed
Brother, you
already.
cannot mash up the money.
Benton, if I am Bam, look at Asia and say, Asia, forget about the money now. Think about the money what our kids are going to generate. A 2 7 foot pit there will come out of she,
And
Easy,
Asia
easy.
probably should have make a talk to Megan the Stallion after Clay get dumped. 'Cause right now Megan about all men probably. So yo, Asia talk to Megan first if Bob make a link.
For Asia to talk to Megan, she have to join the line and pick a number and wait behind a bag of man. Cause a bicycle. But I was going to say, I don't know if Buddy a plan for a picnic this.
Well, I mean, in the women's game, it's something that you have to think about. It's something, and by the way, speaking of having pit, no, it's a serious thing. We have to, you're making
Yeah.
a serious point. It's something that I don't think it's inflammatory or not. It's something that you have to think about because clearly
Ben,
women are
Benton, Benton,
yeah
before
they're
you make
but
your point, before you make your point, Benton,
yeah
seriously, seriously, go
yeah
ahead,
yeah man
go ahead.
it's I think it's something. All right, while you're talking about babies and I have Pitney, but not Jamaican audience, Pitney's child.
Mm,
Um, Melissa Johnson, Jamaican international, reggae girl, Melissa Johnson. Big up yourself. Want to send a congrats to her. She had twins,
yeah,
recently. And I mean she was a player at Charlton in the Women's Super League too. I think it was Charlton, and now she's a mom. So we see them things there because, of course, now Melissa probably not play no ball now for a while, and as a owner of a club, you probably have said, "Boy, these are conversations." You probably, I mean, I somewhere in the legal landscape of things, you will have to have these conversations, because you do worry about that, right? And of course, the childbearing thing takes up. Me can't speak to it because me and a woman, but I know that women go through it. Of course, our wives have had children, and we know how rough it is. So it's not a guarantee. So why, if a baller has a child, that baller will return at the high level. And so when you're making an investment, that I think as a club, those are things that you think about. You definitely have to think about. It would be prudent.
I agree 100%, and I would even, and I agree with you. I can't speak to women's bodies, and that's not my intention. However, common sense dictates it takes 10 months to have a child. 10 months. A year is 12 months. So that's a year gone. The
Yeah, man. You
the
have to you have to think about it. You have to.
the
The
sec
the clubs have to think about it.
so the second you confirm your pregnancy, the clock start. That's 12 months. That's 10 months
Yeah.
guaranteed you're
Yeah, man.
gone. And then at best you're looking at 2 months, three. And this is where people fall on slippery slopes, of which I will not. But I'm going to say you're not going to give birth today and go play ball tomorrow. So there's some period of time as well, in addition to that 10
Yes.
months, that you're gonna have to get back. All that have to be considered in. And when a player now is looking there, and thank you, Benton. You never bite the bait, and the conversation could have gone all about the place.
No,
But
man.
it,
It's a serious thing. This is something you have to think about
but then, but you
as a club owner.
know
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go there. You,
Yeah.
you think these executives, when them sit down and talk with the agents, they won't talk with the players. They won't send to talk to the players this way. But you don't think the executive look at the agent and say, "Yeah, you say you want a 3 year contract, Is there any possibility that this player can be out for medical reasons that could see them lose at least a year on the calendar plus? Is there any possibility over the next 3 years? And where is the guarantee for that? Because all it takes is one night and two Heineken.
Someone would have say one Guinness and some peanuts. Um, but I have not seen a contract, a women's football contract. But I wouldn't be surprised if things like this is inserted like an out clause.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised. And this is one of the struggles women have to go through. I mean, we
Yes.
love
Yes.
them, but unfortunately, we're not. I know we create the system, and we have a conversation. This is where we need come on. Yeah, come on. Yeah, this is where come on would be opinion and thoughts would be very, very, very insightful here. But I would think that these are things. The points that you made about pregnancy, these are things that owners, managers of a club, running a women's club want to think about because ultimately, like you said, once you have a child, and if you're tied up with a major contract and you have a child, Yo, that's one player that will not be kicking any ball anytime soon. And ultimately, that's going to affect your bottom line. So, you know what? We'll do some research and some reading on this topic because next Sunday, we're going to circle back with whatever we find out. Because if come on about, we can find out and have come on forward. Tell her so she can get her brown envelope for refereeing the games the week and just next Sunday and forward. Because it's an important discussion. We can. It's a difficult topic, but it's a very important. It's not a difficult topic. It's something that it's worthy of discussing.
It's a sensitive topic.
It's a sensitive topic, but it's worthy of discussing. I don't even think it's
Yeah.
sensitive. It's worthy of talking about it because we can't go around it. Because all you need right now, you have some man out the road, them say Trinity Rodman on road and say, yo, brethren, I know how one bust up a goal there.
Yeah.
You know. But regarding Bonisha and the salary itself, the offer from Chelsea, we also have to put some context behind this, because the current highest paid women's football as of 2026, Trinity Rodman leads that list with the 2 million per season recent contract, equivalent to 1.45 million pounds thereabout. Bomate, the Barcelona player who just returned from a broken leg, she's making 835,000 pounds a year. I think now there's a report that she might be up to about £1 million per year. Alexia Putellas, former general herself, is on 584,000 pounds a year. The big baller Sam Kerr is on 450 pounds approximately a year. Sam Kerr, of course, returning from an injury. So, I mean, if Bonnie does secure that £1 million a year, she will leap right into the top half of the highest paid. And your point that you also made, Junior, yeah, marketing has some things to do with it. This is why we see Trinity Rodman their road trot pan runaway or do whatever with this brand and look like she want to turn modeling chick. So I mean those are part of the whole marketing package of Trinity Rodman, not just her players. So unfortunately, as this is the landscape we live in. You have some ugly man in a men's football and make a bag. And I'm not
Yeah.
about the no marketing.
Yeah. Anthony Edwards breed a girl and just pay her off.
Yeah, it's me I say. See it there. So more to come on the Bonnie Shaw situation. So just to recap, it's reported by The Athletic that Chelsea did officially submit £1 million offer for Bonnie Shaw. And so now it's up to Bonnie Shaw and her group to review the contract, and it's up to Man City to counter and see if Man City has counter and what they plan to do.
Yep.
And I think also one notable thing regarding last thing on this is that Trinity Rodman is 23 years old.
Bonisha is 29.
Yeah, so 23. So she's and Bonnie is 29.
29.
As you pointed. Yeah. All right, over to the Jamaican Women's Super League, Jamaican's Women Premier League before we get to the Jamaican Men's Premier League. Scores roundup from yesterday's action in the Jamaican Women's Premier League. Proven Girls versus SC. Proven Girls SC versus UWI was postponed. To bring this over. Cavalier suffered a 2-0 defeat against Arnett Gardens. A Real Mona 5-0 over Wi-Fi United. Las Perfectas defeated Real Mobile AFC. Back over that. Las Perfectas defeated Real Mobile AFC 5-4. Federal United and Springers United drew 0-0. Fraser's Whip defeated Mile Gully 5-0. The lay of the land in the Women's Football League Zone A, top two advanced to the semi-final round. Hornet Gardens and Cavalier looks like they will emerge from Group A. Let's get this up here. So Hornet Gardens and Cavalier looking like they will be the teams from Group A. Real Mona did show late, but it's just not happening for Real Mona. I mean, just got a late start, but promising team, promising team. I like what I saw from them. Um, and in Group B, Fraser's Whip, 24 points, and Los Perfectas. Looks like the teams that are gonna advance to the semi-final round of the Jamaican Women's Premier League. So,
Yeah.
Junior, your thoughts?
Well, me feel already the Fraser's Whip Invitational.
Yeah, but it's until somebody beat them. It is what it is, right?
Right. And it won't happen this year.
Yeah, and you know what? I will always, so there are things that we can improve about the women's league, but I will say just keep grinding, keep improving, keep doing the work. I want to highlight like their website, the Women's Premier League website, the scores, update, the table, big up, congrats, simple thing, but it's we don't get the same sort of updates in the men's Premier League, and I want to commend those who run in the Women's Premier League website for the updates. Big up on yourself because those things valuable when fans can easily get access to information. And ultimately, I think for the Women's Premier League, you just continue to grow, continue to do the work, and keep growing the league.
Yeah.
Now over to the Men's Premier League penultimate round. Box cover. Mullines suffered a 1-0 defeat, Junior. How about you? Defeated Mullines 1-0. Teacher Hyde
They're
found
not
the key, Junior.
they're not ready yet.
Okay. Didn't see that one coming. Wait. This game was at Mullines. Box cover. Yeah, you know what? If you can't win at your yard, brother, go on the road.
Well, they have opportunity to go on the road because now I think it's just a 1 point difference now, right?
Yeah, we'll take a look at the standing here in a second. So Harborview defeated Mullines 1-0. Treasure Beach 2 over Montego Bay United. Racing came from behind to earn a point against Portmore. Racing winless in the last 11 Premier League games. I guess a point should have secured that playoff spot. Cavalier defeated Tivoli 2-0. And Waterhouse fix up Chapelton 3-0, Junior.
Yeah, I was watching the game while we are actually, yeah, the game was done recently. Just now. But yeah, so that bottom of the table now, Mullines just make themselves more interested when they had the opportunity to separate themselves. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
they're now Harborview is now trailing Mullines by only 1 point.
Wait, are we sure? It looked like they're tied on 39 points here.
No. No, no, because Harborview coming in at 35 points.
So I have the latest table here according to Flash Score. Harborview is on 39 points after today's victory. And
Okay.
Mullines is also on 39 points.
So that goes to your comment about the website, because I'm on the JPL website and I was thinking that they haven't updated the last game as yet. So based on the JPL website, Mullines' last game was against Tivoli Gardens and they won 2-0.
Yeah.
And they were on 39 points. While Harborview's last game was against Mobile United or Montego Bay Football Club. They won 4-3.
Yeah.
And they were on 35 points. So you could be right, but either way, it's coming down to the end, to the wire between Mullines and Harborview.
Yeah, and according to Flash Score here, Flash Score, Mullines' last game, May 3rd, 1-0 over Harborview's last game, 1-0 over Mullines. and a 4-3 over the Montego Bay United.
Right. Harbour View currently have 8 wins, 11 draws.
Yeah.
Or no, 9 wins. Well, with this
9
win
wins.
today,
Yeah, so I
9
have them
wins
here, 9 wins.
and 11 draws. So that's 38 points. So Flash just have it wrong a little bit.
Yeah,
So they are
Flash.
38 points.
Yeah, so Flash, I don't know why I'm going with Flash over there, but Flash says 39. JPL says 30. Well, JPL not update yet, right?
Right. They're not updated yet, but they will be 38 points.
Okay, so I don't know where Flash got that extra point from. But so the round will wrap up with Malines playing Treasure Beach on May 6th, and half of you will play Cavalier.
Yep.
So half of you still need something out of that Cavalier game. And it will.
Yeah. Harbour View have to beat Cavalier.
Do they? So
They
Malines is
could.
playing. Malines is playing Treasure Beach. So if Treasure Beach beat Malines. Oh, this is that goal difference. The goal difference is what? Yeah. Minus 19 goal difference, Harbour View. Yeah, you have to win that. Cause yeah. But they've won their last 2 games, so.
Yep.
BM says I know half of you would find a way. They haven't finished the job yet, BM.
But
So
that goal difference is daunting though. And
yeah, the goal difference.
look at Spanish Town Police goal difference. Minus 82. Me mama.
So now, all right. So Spanish Town Police will play on a garden later on.
Yeah, just add to them goal difference.
Yeah. So the
Arnett Gardens need this win.
they need this, but I don't even know if them win it'll make a difference.
Yeah, they will. It will. Oh, by the way, the table updated. The standings updated
On JPL.
Jamaican
Okay.
Premier League website.
Okay.
So yeah, so Arnett, if Arnett wins and Racing, because Arnett and Racing right now, Arnett wins and Racing draw, then Arnett they will be tied on points, and Arnett have a better goal difference. So it all comes down to Arnett needs to win their next game and need Racing for lose. And that's what that draw with Portmore United did for Racing. I remember, this was the same Racing at the start of the season was running hot, man.
Yeah.
And it's so unfortunate because I said it at the time. This is one of the problems with JPL. The season is just too damn long. So you have a team that can start.
Too long, brother. You're supposed to know all the football game. You know what season forward with him in. Portmore seems to be doing fine with Rudolph Austin.
Yes.
Mount Pleasant is doing fine and playing Caribbean Cup. Why them look a flux side that can't figure themselves out? Every year my Lions come a Premier League and I see them foolishness. Every year. Every year them come a Premier League. It's the same foolishness. The last what? Since we've been covering Jamaican Premier League, Malines almost inevitably at the end of the season in a relegation battle.
Always flirting relegation.
All right, look at Treasure Beach. Treasure Beach. The fish side affected by a hurricane.
No. Jamaican Premier League. No, we're not on the side fish side.
That's affected by Hurricane Melissa. Finding ways to win football games and competing, and Malines up. Go on a yard, man. Go on a yard. So I don't think the season too long. They need to play ball, Junior. This is the only way to improve
Die too
Jamaican
long,
football.
Metan. Yo, it's only 14 teams in the league.
What?
It's only
I mean, play
14,
ball.
it's only 14 teams in the league.
Play ball.
Yo, do you know when the season start?
Play
August
ball in
25th.
September.
August 25th. Yeah,
Yeah.
September.
Play ball. Are you playing knockout competition? Play
Yes, you
ball.
too long, man. Too long. Split it. Have this regular season and have the knockout competition
The
in two
Women's
different.
Super League, which we just covered, has 12 teams and they played what, 22 games, 24 games?
Yeah,
You know, have
every
14
team play
teams play
twice.
ball.
But every team play that. But that's what it should be. Every team play twice.
Yeah, and you have a playoff round, you have a top six play ball.
You know, Metan, a 12 team, and I'm gonna play 38, 39 games,
Play
14
ball.
teams.
Play ball. Now, all right,
No,
we
man.
can we can agree that maybe the quality of the football can sharpen up a little bit. But man, come on. Come
Why do you
on.
need to play? Why do you need to play one team three times?
Because it's the odd number. if all right, we can definitely say that we are better than you this season. If we only play two times, you win one, you win the next one,
No,
and we're not
no.
better than each other.
You know why? Because it's not like the third game is on a neutral site. So if you have home field advantage and you win, me can ball Cree and say no, it's because you play at home twice.
BM says those are the views of Benton and not Balcha. Treasure Beach isn't a fish side.
Yeah, yeah, because you're
Yo,
about to
there's a
get some
lot of
email.
seaside side. All right, well, yo, I all right. I understand the point about the length of the league. I mean, there's no if there was a knockout competition, I would understand it. Man, play some ball, yeah, man.
You don't need to play a team three times.
Well, in the Jamaican Premier League, it's needed.
It's madness. That's old school capitalism. That doesn't work in modern times. You have exhaustion.
Um, top six automatically qualifies for the playoff. Word is that the new change in the playoff, Junior, the playoff will be at neutral site this year in the Jamaican Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
And the neutral site, I think, is the National Stadium. So they some more run up and down on the cow pasture. But all to play for on Wednesday though. The final round of games will be on Wednesday. Running through the schedule for Wednesday's game. Let me get this up here. So, Carly Junior, who you think is gonna end up going through? Get relegated.
The BM says, how about you and Tottenham can't get relegated together,
Why
right?
not?
Because the world going to end. And I hope the world can't. I hope we can see the World Cup. So
Today at Arnett Gardens, I was playing Spanish Town Police. Yo, police, good luck. Dumbo Holden will play Mount Pleasant. Um, and the final round, all games kicks off at 4:30 p.m. Cavalier versus Harborview, Chapeltown versus Arnett Gardens, Mount Pleasant versus Montego Bay United, Portmore Tivoli, Spanish Town Police versus Racing, Treasure Beach versus Malines, and Waterhouse versus Dumbleholden. I think Squaddy Spanish Town Police will be happy when the season is over, Junior.
yo, the man them, yeah, man, and if go run to hill, yeah, man.
Oh, that's it for Jamaican Football Report. You know, There used to be a Jamaican footballer across my mind today. Blair. I Blair him name. A Boys Town. You know a baller named
Yeah,
Blair?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Play for Boys Town.
I know Hugh Blair. I know Hugh Blair.
A Boys Town him used to play for.
But they used to have a Blair that played for Boys Town. I know Hugh.
Are
I
you
know
Blair?
Carlton Blair. Huh?
Are you Blair him name?
I, I don't know why I think it's Hugh Blair, but I don't think it's Hugh
I
Blair.
think it's I think yeah, I mean, somehow I saw something about Blair, a baller, and I was like, yeah, I remember Blair. We used to play for Boys Town. Um,
There's a Blair because the reason why I remember the Blair is because my captain at prep school named Sean Blair. And we used to think him was related to the Boys Town Blair. There was a Blair that played.
all right, so BM providing support for the three times junior. He says in Scotland, I think they played three times.
Man of business.
Man, them for play ball, brother. Play
Yeah,
ball.
them play. You have to talk about the weather to them place there have some weather. I know
So,
Hugh Blair. No, you're mush me up now. Cause
yeah, I think the U Blair sounds right.
want to say a Hugh. Yeah, Hugh Blair is a notable player associated with the Boys Town FC in Jamaica. He has contributed significantly to the team's performance in local leagues. Blair is recognized for his skills, his playing style. Yeah, Hugh Blair. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man,
See
U
that
Blair.
Hugh Blair. Yo, boy, he's currently 60 years old.
Yeah, man.
He was born in 1965. Yeah, man. But yo, you know, for me to pull out a name like that just randomly, that hurt my brain, you know.
BM says Corcel Blair.
No, man, Hugh Blair, man, Hugh Blair.
No,
I
Errol
remember Hugh.
Phillips. Errol Phillips says Corcel Blair.
Or maybe maybe the same person. But I remember Hugh Blair.
Yeah, man. U Blair used to play for Boys Town.
Yeah.
Blair used to play for Boys Town.
Boy, that I you know what? Cause remember the people. In a couple weeks, when the European season done, ball chat shut off on Sunday live. But this year, and every day was a something better. But I guarantee we're gonna have a lot of after field conversations this year. I guarantee it.
Won't guarantee that with the road World Cup year.
Well, that too. You're gonna see a lot of content though.
Hey, wait. We might be a domestic road, not international road. Yeah. Things tread safely out the road, family, wherever you are moving in Babylon. Be careful. Just tread safely because
Yeah.
when you're going out and coming in as the legendary Burning Spears, I always say. Um, Hugh Blair. But actually, this is something that we have discussed and want to do. Highlight some of these legendary old ballers and let's just kind of captivate their stats and kind of provide any sort of footage because it's at some point we're going to forget some of these players and it's important to document these things, their accomplishments. And I remember you Blair. You Blair was you Blair, hard working player.
And see there, it just hit me. Bingy was his nickname. He played for Waterhouse too.
Yeah. So he didn't play for Boys Town.
I think he played for Boys Town as well, but them used to call him Bingy.
Okay.
And there's a YouTube, yeah, Hugh Bingy Blair. See that there's a YouTube video with it. Big up I Am Sure Sports. They have an interview with Hugh Blair.
Okay, I Am Sure Sport. Check it out on YouTube. I Am Sure Sport. Also, recently, I misrepresent. I said the wrong location for Yardy Ball. Yardy Ball. I said that Yardy Ball is on Facebook. Yardy Ball, big up yourself. Yardy Ball, who covers wall-to-wall coverage of women's football, Jamaican women's football, in particularly. Um, just a little correction coming from Yardy Ball. It says I am not on Facebook. On Facebook, I run the football group Spot Kick, which is football in general. Yardy Ball is on Blue Sky or Instagram and Threads. So check out Spot Kick on Facebook. That's a source where Yardy Ball is running football sources, football site, dropping a lot of football content on Facebook. Spot Kick on Facebook, Yardy Ball. Check him out. Or if you're on Blue Sky, Instagram, or Threads, or all of the above, check out Yardy Ball. Yardie, Yardy Ball, Ball. Big up Yardy Ball. We want to make sure we get that out. So he's not on Facebook as Yardy Ball. He's on Facebook as Spot Kick. Check out Spot Kick page. You Blair. So back to
I think you Bear, there's a video out here from last year. He is the Waterhouse under 20 coach. I don't know if he's still the under 20 coach for Waterhouse, but he was the under 20 coach for Waterhouse up until March last year.
Okay, you Blair. Big up yourself, you Blair. Big up.
Yeah, remember the ball, man. Remember you being Blair.
BM says, are you guys going to any World Cup games?
Hell no. Hell no.
I have an opportunity, BM. We're going to try to do some coverage. I will risk life and limb for Ball Chat or BCN Sports and go and watch and provide coverage. Not watch, provide coverage. Now, if you see my camera get tech way and I end up somewhere, just know, say, boy, I tried my best. So I have a ticket for the Spain Saudi Arabia game. So I have a ticket for that game. I was offered tickets for Morocco versus Haiti. No, I didn't accept them, but But also I have a plan to, I just wait till people start boycott and stop buy tickets. So maybe like the day before the game, people are selling tickets for cheap. So don't worry, BM. Don't worry, BC and Sports family. Some of us going out the road and try to get you some coverage after the World Cup.
You know what? You know what pisses me off?
And the soccer fest. Because there's quite a few watch party around here.
Big up Errol. Errol says Hugh Blair, Bingy Blair for Waterhouse, Carcel and Miguel Blair play for Santos.
Okay. Wow. Carcel and Miguel Blair play for Santos. So where did I get Boys Town regarding you, Blair? Cha-cha.
Well, there might be a Blair that used to play for Boys Town. You never know. You know what pisses me off, though? I'm going to say what pisses me off. Remember, Ball Chat was brought up, and we had the grand idea in 2018, 8 years ago. We targeted this summer, remember?
Yeah.
We targeted this freaking summer. All Jamaica had to do was make it to the goddamn World Cup and Ball Chat to land up on the road. We had that plan. We sat down and we planned it out 8 years ago at the Rasta House in our basement. People, look for the old Ball Chat video them when before all of this gray hair, I mean the maga. Them days that we used to record whenever we weren't live. We recorded before we go play ball. We used to play ball Sunday evening and we record and we're going to play some ball. And the plan was, 8 years from then, Ball Chat supposed to, we had a marketing plan and we had what a dream, what an idea, and yo, we're up on the road in the World Cup. And we can do live location for the World Cup games for Jamaica, because Jamaica Bosco World Cup. Backside, not the GFF. Yo, let me tell you about the mother, you know. Yeah, Benton, cut out the show because I'm
Yeah,
going
make
to
a go my yard. Make a go my yard.
overcome some dirty man on Benton. Big blood chow.
Yo, have a wonderful week, family. Big up on yourself. Wednesday
Come
again.
on, boy.
You know, all right, family. Look more.
Later.